We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century. The home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go here at Arrowhead. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He's going to test this secondary right away. And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. You talk about a way to get this one started, Greg. Come on the road, go downfield deep, and put 6 on the board.
You could tell, Mike, this offensive coordinator, he wanted to come out aggressive in this one. Finds himself on the road. What does he do on the first snap? Deep shot, touchdown, strike first.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll work this out to the 23. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they will finally run him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now a carry for Hunt. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. His kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. Third and 6. Now Hurts. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt as this drive quickly stalled out. So he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. To throw is Mahomes. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that's going to be intercepted by Darius Slay. And he is going to score a pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Play action here. Mahomes. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here and pass protection.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Mahomes back. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And 3rd down coming up.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker, and they have turned it over on downs. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Will set up the screen to Gainwell. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
He'll throw on 4th down with Hurts. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the Eagles' 1st down. The defense nowhere to be found. A 4th down gain of 20. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. The Eagles going to send their field goal unit out. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man downfield. It's Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A first down throw for Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. And that one bounces off the crossbar, but it goes in. It's good. And the Chiefs will cut into that lead. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. So we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First down throw, Mahomes. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
22 yards, the pickup there. And the Chiefs have a first down. Throwing is Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. The speed on display. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
That's into the hands of Worthy. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs are able to edge a bit closer. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. The ball comes out. It's pulled in by the Chiefs. Well, so much for a nice gain and a good running play. Unable to secure it, the ball comes out and the defense comes off the field with a turnover.
Once the runner breaks through the line of scrimmage, Mike, it's very common to see them carrying the ball with one hand. But as they get further down the field and those defenders close in, you've got to protect it with two hands and make sure you secure the ball all the way to the ground.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now, Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, KC.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Mahomes connects with Kelsey for a big one. 36 yards. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll run the sneak, and he will score. Game on. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance?
That's caught. So they get the 2-point conversion. All of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Gainwell to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Barkley. Finding room at the 35. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Once again, it's Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. 14 on the pickup. First down, Philadelphia.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he's into the end zone yet again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
And he pulled this wide to the right. It's no good. That is a tough miss. So close, but no extra point. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Rice open. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. A ball deep for the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
That is caught down the field. It's worthy. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Here's 1st down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Mahomes now to throw again. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from the Steel City. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Harris. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line. And that's a 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. This one complete to Hayward. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. On the handoff, here's Harris running right. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mahomes back. Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
3rd and a yard. Here's a run with Hunt. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And a big gain out of bounds as time runs down. An exclamation point to end this first quarter. That's Washington, the man in motion. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Wilson now, off the bootleg. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it here, and they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down, 1st and goal. They'll go with the sneak. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Come a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Steelers. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers move out on top, 14-0. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Now he'll run. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
He'll look deep, left sideline. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now a carry for Hunt. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Open man downfield. It is Hopkins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A first down throw for Mahomes. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Mahomes. That is intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. He works free, right side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's
known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Right back to Pacheco. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Running it now out of the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be third down. Here's Mahomes now. This one's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They just get the play off. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taron Johnson has it. The 50. He's at the 30. The 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. So we started our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field. Maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Extra point up and good for Max. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're backed up deep on their own side for this possession. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Throwing again, Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
It's Pacheco on third, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Pacheco hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. And it's the Chiefs with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Setting up the screen. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Again, Mahomes to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. 30. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. 2nd time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
You come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough 2nd pick 6 to watch.
And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. He's trying to push the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. To the air, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So that brings up 2nd down. Another throw for Mahomes. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Kelce makes the catch. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And the Bills get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
On Mittman, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. I know it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Allen comes down throwing. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Couldn't connect with Amari Cooper. And it sets up 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Second and 10 now. Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. Wanted to get it to Cooper, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from Lumen Field. Jalen Darden now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. They look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he'll get this only up to about the 33-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Those are the back-breaking plays defensively that you just can't allow. You have the quarterback dead to rights. You're about to get off the field, and instead, you let him turn into a runner, big play, and he picks up the first down.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That one knocked away and incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Second down, Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Big strides. Look at him go. And he will score. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This is intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So this was a great stress test for this defense, Mike. Everybody prepares to defend a quarterback from within the pocket. But how do you defend that quarterback when he breaks the pocket? In this case, watch everybody flow. Everybody stays with the play and maintains their assignment. They get rewarded for a chance at the interception, and he comes through with the pick.
A first down throw for Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Jackson now on 2nd down. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he will get into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The point after now from Tucker. It's up and good. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. A give. This is Irving. And this will be a Bucs first down as he gets this one up past the 30.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
This pass is caught by Cade Otton. Look at the big guy rumble. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner, that is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
Second down throw for Mayfield. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bucs will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
And that's a heck of a return right there. I mean, he's going to bounce his way towards the left sideline. Just a ton of space over there to run, and they finally get him out of bounds. But not until he nearly managed to turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Got his man at the 6. And he will score again. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. And he missed it. Wow, don't see that very often. Justin Tucker, one of the best ever. His career extra point percentage, close to 99%. But he missed on that one. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Going up top for Evans. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it'll be second down. On play action, Mayfield. He's going to try it here again. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
From the gun, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Ho-ho! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 95 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Hardy now with the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll start with an option play to the right. They'll pitch it out here to Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And it's into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Here's Jackson.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Now, Jackson. Aguilar able to make the catch. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. To throw is Jackson. A quick slant to Flowers. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. Now Jackson. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Jackson now.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
3rd and long for Jackson.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in, and that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive. Try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. He'll go again here with Irving. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Right back to Irving. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. A pass pulled in by Irving.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll go. Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Tampa.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Tampa. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5.
They run again with Dowdle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They run here with Dowdle.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Levante David.
And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. We're scoreless after one.
Go!
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Baker going to give it to Irving.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Now Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Prescott.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans from 13 yards out.
And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Prescott now from the 50. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
Here's Mayfield.
That's caught down the field by Palmer.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
McLaughlin now to add the PAT.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Irving.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw, Mayfield. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
7 yards there and a first down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
15 yards as Tampa Bay.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway from Kansas City. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And his defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's now an opening drive touch.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Tampa. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right to the air. It's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Now, a run with the rookie out of Oregon. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. First down throw there is incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
And that one bounces off the crossbar, but it goes in. It's good. And the Buccaneers will take a 3-0 lead. 3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. First carry now for Rico Dowdle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's going to take a shot down the field. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air? They almost turn into offensive players with their ability to track it, and this is a great example here why.
That is taken in by the veteran, Mike Evans. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's carry number 1 for Rachaad White. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Second and 11. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the ground, it's Irving. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They send Godwin in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now here's 2nd and goal. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Keith. Touchdown, Tampa. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. A good return as he takes it across the 30. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. It's 2nd down. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Dak facing 3rd and long. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, K.J. Britt. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary.
A hit, and he has lost the football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front.
Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Closing seconds of this 1st half, and this kickoff is away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That's caught! And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kick here is good. Add one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half. So we're at halftime here in Tampa, and the Buccaneers are in the lead as we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play fake. Prescott. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. On 1st down, here's Irving. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Paris Leofau there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mayfield. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Irving. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down. He gets it up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver. Leads to a real nice run after catch and brings up 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So Wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
He is in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. There's Evans. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. A give. This is Irving. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Baker to throw. Now, screen set up for Irving. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screenplay. When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
And he lowers the shoulder. A gain of about 3. They come to the line needing 6 yards for a first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he will score. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back. Let them do the rest.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Prescott on first down. Taking off. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that first down.
Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
This pass right side taken in by Cooks. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up. Prescott now. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. So a win here for the Buccaneers. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And they send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa. It's been the home of the Chiefs since 1972. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25. We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. the veteran Chris Boswell, ready to get things going. And off we go from Tampa. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. They face second down and 7. They'll go again here with Irving. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Here's Irving. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Mayfield to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
They put Pickens in motion. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. So, first and 10 now from the 30. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Fields operating out of the pistol. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Give up the middle to Harris. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. That's Washington, the man in motion. They'll send a tight end in motion. Another run here with Harris. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Williams in motion. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll have more from Tampa after this.
Right here, one time. Let's stop from here. Run the end zone. Get off the field, D. Keep it tight, defense.
Williams in motion. Here comes Harris on the toss to the right. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Off the play action, here's Fields. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown Buccaneers. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Williams in motion. A 1st down throw for Fields. A pass taken in by Harris. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Fields now to throw on 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Two minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 12. Here comes Otten in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Throwing is Mayfield. He's got it at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. Williams in motion. 1st down. Fields. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, Fields. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Making the read, this is Fields. A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14.
And this is an area of the game where Justin Fields really excels. His ability to not only improvise, but also be used as a designed runner. In this case, that's exactly what this offense does, and he picks up a nice gain.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Here's Austin to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They send Fryermuth, the tight end, in motion. Play action now for Fields. Now he'll air one out. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Steelers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Fields. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. They put Pickens in motion. Open man, left side. He's got it. Pistol snap, back to Fields. Working free downfield, it is Williams. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the handoff, this is Warren. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Fields from the pistol. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They run it over center with Harris. Finding space at the 15. And he's going to take this all the way home. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Steelers.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game, and you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down. We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down is Mayfield. He'll air one out for Palmer. That is brought in. And he will score. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Buccaneers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run the draw with Warren. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. Williams in motion. He will have a Steelers first down. They wind up gaining 8 on 3rd and 4. They go play action with Fields. This one grabbed by Austin. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They put Pickens in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Fields operating out of the pistol. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Williams in motion. 2nd down. It's Fields. A pass taken in by Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's first down. They'll stick to the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
That is caught. He got Godwin. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. Buck shows 50 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Now, screen set up for Irving. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They come up for 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll run. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. And we are set for a great finish. Timeout, 2 seconds remaining in the game. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to win the game. This one is hooking, and he missed it. No good, wide to the left. And now the momentum swings to the other sideline here in overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. They'll try to set up the screen here. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
On the handoff, it's Irving. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Right back to Irving. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And that ball incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
A pass pulled in by Irving. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
A give. This is Irving. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. And he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown Buccaneers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They put Pickens in motion. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Man in motion, heading left. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Fields to throw for it. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the Steelers' 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th down and pick up 10 yards. They put Pickens in motion. 1st down. Fields. That is caught. And he will go all the way. George Pickens. Touchdown, Steelers. You had a feeling they might do this if they scored. The head coach says, let's end it here. They'll go for 2 and the win. That is caught. The risk pays off. They come back to win it by 1 here in overtime. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.